Alright, this video is gonna be about me calling out to the Most High. I call him Yah, many people call him God. I called out and asked him what is the name of his son in case I need to call that name, which we all do at some point, because I was brought to the knowledge that Jesus is not his actual name. And I was also brought to the knowledge that that name may mean earth pig, and we know how Yah or the Father feels about pigs, the swine, the unclean meats. So I basically called out and asked the Most High, what is the name of the Son? I wasn't frustrated. I was just really concerned at the time. And I think it might have been on Shabbat, on the Saturday, on the Sabbath. But I'm not 100% sure now. This was a couple of weeks ago. And later on, when I had went to sleep, I had these 3 sets of dreams. So in the first dream, I was going outside of my back door, and there was this police car that pulled up with these 4 white police officers that had come out of the car, and I was wondering, what are they doing here? And so I realized they were trying to attack me for some reason. I don't know why. So I woke up. I was like, what was that about? So I realized, I had to go back to sleep to basically find out what was going on. So I did. I went right back to sleep. This time when I went to sleep, instead of it being 4, I don't think it was police officers this time. It was like 8 random Gentiles or white people. It was like 8 random guys, and they were coming towards me. Again, I didn't know what for, but I could tell they were trying to attack me. So a few weeks before this, I had a dream where I actually flew. I started to fly. So in this instance, I decided I was going to fly, and I was thinking about flying, but I couldn't fly. I was just stuck standing there. So in the dream, I closed my eyes, and then I flew up into the dark night and into the stars. So then I woke up. So I said, I have to go back and basically kill, this enemy that is coming against me. I was like, I can't just fly away or run away or remove myself. I keep having this dream for a reason. So I went back to sleep for a 3rd time, and this time it was like a white room that was lit by what looked kind of like candlelight. It was lit by some type of fire. And I was coming down this set of steps, and I had like a thick white wall next to the steps, and like a thick white banister next to the steps. And across the way was another set of steps. It was white as well. I was like coming down the left set of steps, and then across the way on the right there was a set of steps. When I got down the steps, I got into the middle of the room, and there was like a red carpet. You know how a lot of churches have like that red carpet for some reason. It was a red carpet in the middle, and then I think the rest of the floor was white. The whole room was really white, and it seemed like it was lit by fire. So I looked over to the right staircase, and there were all these shadows like coming down the steps to attack me. And all of a sudden inside, I could hear, I know it was the Holy Spirit telling me, I have the word of, I think what it said was, I have the word. No, I said something like, but I have the 2-edged sword. I have the Bible. I have the word of the Most High. So that was like what I felt or thought inside. So once I thought that, all of a sudden I just yelled out, Yeshua, 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 like really loud, like maybe more than 7 times. And this sword came up out of my belly, out of my mouth, and flew out. So this sword, the way that it looked was it was like water and fire at the same time. It was like you could hold the sword in the middle. It was like a handle in the middle, and on the top was a sword, and on the top of your hand was a sword, and on the bottom of your hand was a sword. It went into my hand, and it looked kind of like if you're riding down the road on a really hot day, you look above like the street of the asphalt. It's like a really wavy, clear type of I don't know if that's vapor or steam, but it's like that wavy clear type of heat you can see like coming off of the street. That's what the sword pretty much looked like. It was invisible, but I could still see it. It was like water fire, or like a clear flame on top and on the bottom, but I could still see the shape of the sword. And it went into my hand. I let it go, and all of a sudden, those shadows that were coming down the right staircase, like the sword just flew over there and started chopping the shadows into bits and pieces. I didn't do anything. I just stood there. So then once it was done, it completely destroyed what was the enemy in this dream. And then the sword just like went around me in circles. It went around the whole room in circles, and nothing could harm me. And then there was just peace. And then on the left, there was a ball of fire, but it was also clear like water. It would look like water looks, but it's fire. You know, it's dancing like a flame, but it's fire. And I knew that was the Holy Spirit. And I just stood there. All the enemies were dead. They were done. I just stood there, and it was silent. It was like a perfect place of peace. There was nothing to be concerned about or anything. So I realized when I woke up, that was my response from the Most High. The name of the Son, or the Mashiach, or the Messiah, is Yeshua. So that's what I've been calling him ever since. So I just wanted to come to you guys and let you know that if you're feeling a lot of confusion is going on, because so many people put out so many different things, sometimes you don't know. It's been so much deception that's been pushed for so long. A lot of the times you can't really go to man for things. You have to go to the Most High. So this video is to let you know that if you go to the Most High and seek him, he will respond. This happened quickly. It didn't take very long. Sometimes I've asked him for things and it's taken months before I got a response, or at least a response that I can remember. So I just want to let you guys know to be encouraged. Don't, if you feel like you can't take the word of man, because usually you can't, don't bother. Go to the Most High and find out what he says for you. That way, there's no doubt in your mind. You're not wondering, well, is this, or is this that? You already know. You didn't get it from man. You got it from the Most High. If you have any questions, you can ask me down below.